Hello and welcome to today's class. This is Ramakant Mahananda, teacher English Kendriya Vidyalaya Badkoi. I welcome you all dear students to today's class. Today I'm going to teach you the sound of music part 2. In my previous video I had discussed with you the first part of this particular chapter, the sound of music. In the first part we discussed about the musician Evelyn Glennie and her journey with the music. In today's session, I'm going to teach you about a legendary musician from India, Ustad Bismillah Khan. I hope you all know about Ustad Bismillah Khan. In case if you have not heard about him, I would request you all to kindly browse the internet and have some ideas about this legendary figure. Let us move into the text and try to know the theme of this particular chapter. We will also get to know about some of the new words and the phrases that has been used here. And finally, I would discuss with you the summary of the particular chapter. So, as a whole, I can say today's session is going to be very informative as well as very enjoyable for you. So please don't go away till the video is over. So let's get started. This story tells us the journey of Bharat Ratna Ustad Bismillah Khan, the great Sehnai maestro with music. It highlights how Bismillah Khan got attracted towards it and emerged as an icon. The story is highly motivational and teaches us values of music in life. So, as you all know, it's not a fiction, it's a true story. It's a motivational piece of study that has been taken into account to help you draw inspiration from the life of some of the legendary figures. Dear students, as far as Mr. Bismillah Khan is concerned, he has been conferred with various recognitions and awards like Bharat Ratna, the highest civilian award was conferred to him. So you can just imagine if a person was conferred with Bharat Ratna, the highest civilian award, then you can imagine about his contribution to the world of music. We would look into his humble background. We will go in details about that. We will try to discover what and how and when he got attracted towards the music and what stage of life he started learning it and who were the initial trainers for this legend and what are his contributions to the world of music and what makes him famous as a unique personality. So this all will be discussed in this particular video. So dear children, so for as of now, you just be very clear that Ustad Bismillah Khan is the great Sehnai maestro from India. Okay, and he has been given the Bharat Ratna award for his incredible performance and the work that he has done to the film to the music industry. So let us discuss about some of the new words that you find in this particular second part of the chapter. These are the words that I have chosen. In case if you find any other word difficult for you or if you do not know how to use it in a sentence or what's the meaning of that particular one, then I would request you to refer a good dictionary preferably Oxford Advanced Learners Dictionary. In case if you do not have it, you can get to me, you can contact me. You just write your comment in the comment box and I will get back to you. So let us see some of the words that I have taken for your understanding. Once you go through the meaning of these words and start learning it, how they are being used in our day-to-day life, this would enrich your vocabulary. So this is must for you to go through it. This is the first time that I have included this new word series. I thought that this is quite essential for our students, as I'm not just making videos to promote my channel or anything. It is completely a professional video that has the intention to help millions of students who are locked inside their houses and have missed their classes. So please be very careful, take note of this. The first word that I found here is generic name. You will encounter this word. What's the meaning of generic name? Generic name means the name that refers to a class or a group. Tonal quality. Tonal quality, it can be easily guessed. The word tonal has come from the word tone. Quality of tone or quality of sound. The quality of sound is called tonal quality. Melodious sounds. Melodious sounds means the sounds that has melody in it, or that produces melody. Auspicious. Auspicious means you must have heard your teachers or someone using this particular word also. I welcome you all to this auspicious occasion of the Saraswati Puja. Okay, people introduce like that or welcome the guests like that. So what do you understand by auspicious? Auspicious means something which is going to bring some positivity. Okay, something which is expected or promising to bring some positive mindset or some success is considered to be auspicious. Indispensable. Indispensable means absolutely necessary. Absolutely necessary means unavoidable. I would say the best word would be unavoidable, absolutely necessary. In English, we call it indispensable. Next, ensemble. Ensemble. I'm pronouncing it in a different way since this particular word ensemble is being pronounced as ensemble. Ensemble. What does it mean? Ensemble refers to a group of musical instruments, a group of 9 musical instruments that are usually being played or kept in a temple. Okay, not all musical instruments are allowed in temples. Few are there, few selected instruments are there which are being played for some rituals in the temples or during the worship in the temple. Recital. Recital means a musical performance. Took to music. Took to music means started learning music in life. Accompany. Accompany means to give company to someone. Saath dena. To give company to someone, that is called accompany. Captivated. Completely lost means if suppose you have gone to watch a movie in the theater and you found the movie to be very very interesting, then what happens, we get captivated in it. Even if people will be talking and shouting around us, the sounds of the noise will not be disturbing us. We are completely captivated in the movie. Such such situation is called captivated, immersed in the music completely. Okay. Apprentice. What do you mean by apprentice? This is a very technical term. Okay, an apprentice is a person which considered to be a trainee, means someone who is taking training, okay, in life to become something. Then he's called a trainee or apprentice. Solitude. The meaning of solitude means loneliness. Okay, loneliness, the state of being alone when there is no one around you and you love to be alone, you love to stay alone, that is called solitude. Okay, and as far as the solitude what is concerned in this particular text, there I found that Ustad Bismillah Khan loved playing Sehnai in solitude. Means he did not like to practice the ragas, he did not like to practice it among a group of people just to show his talent. He would prefer to go and sit on the bank of the river Ganga, and there nobody is there to listen to him, nobody is there to comment him. So there is complete loneliness all around. So in that solitude, he would practice as an apprentice. Okay, considered to be beyond the range of Sehnai. What does this phrase means? Considered to be beyond the range of Sehnai. It means that something that was considered impossible to be played with the help of a Sehnai. There were some ragas, or there were some scales, or there were some musical notes, I think, which people believe that cannot be played or cannot be produced, that particular sound cannot be produced with the help of a Sehnai. Okay, something which is considered impossible to be played by Sehnai. So that is called considered to be beyond the range of Sehnai. Now I have got few more words for you again. That is often heard. Often heard means a very familiar. Okay, familiar. Something that you keep hearing many a times, most of the time. Okay, such thing is called familiar. Okay, when the All India Radio came into existence, or the All India Radio came into operation in India, then Ustad Bismillah Khan's Sehnai was often heard in the radio. It means it was a familiar, it became a familiar name in the radio. People started getting one or two programs in a week of Ustad Bismillah Khan. Taken in. Taken in means impressed, highly impressed. In this particular chapter, when you go through the text, there you find that when Ustad Bismillah Khan had been invited to various places, like he went to USA, Texas, and many other places. There he played, but in two places he was uh, given a lot of credit and even honored. He was honored a lot. And these two places was once when he went to Afghanistan and played in the court of the king. There the king gifted him the carpets, fine carpets of Afghanistan and souvenirs. Okay, because he was taken in by the performance of Ustad Bismillah Khan. Means he was impressed with the performance of Ustad Bismillah Khan. Okay, so taken in means impressed. Souvenir. What's the meaning of souvenir? Souvenir means things given in memory. Means whenever someone visits our country, we give them something unique things. Means so that when they go back to their country, they would remember that yes, when I had visited India, the Indian had given me this particular thing. So they would always keep it as a memoir. They will always keep it as a thing for their memory forever. Okay, celluloid world. The celluloid world refers to the cinema industry. Okay, celluloid world. Ventures. Ventures means project, work, or journey. Here, in this particular context, in the book where the word venture has been used, here I find that the meaning of venture is journey. It suits the best in this particular context. Journey. Artificiality. Artificiality means something which is not real, unreality. Okay, Ustad Bismillah Khan found the music industry and the film industry to be artificial. That's why he could not continue there for long. He just two movies he has just contributed in two movies. There the two movies in which he contributed eventually became chartbuster also. Okay, that got name and fame and did very well in box office. Okay, but Ustad being a man who is very much attached to the land, very much attached to the real world, did not find the unrealistic world of the celluloid world or the unrealistic world of the cinema industry interesting. Okay, he found it uninteresting for him, so he came back. After doing two movies, he came back. Thick and fast. What's the meaning of thick and fast? Recognitions and awards started coming to Ustad Bismillah Khan thick and fast, means in volumes, in large volumes. Okay, in large volumes, in large numbers, lots of, he got lots of awards and recognitions conferred. Conferred means to give someone an award. Okay, when someone is given an award, we say that he was conferred with Bharat Ratna. Ustad Bismillah Khan was conferred with Padma Vibhushan. Okay, we say like that. Coveted. Coveted means much desired, something that everybody wants to get. Much desired. Okay, the Bharat Ratna award is the most coveted award for every Indian. Is the most coveted award for every Indian. Means all Indians would like to have a Bharat Ratna. Okay. Glinting. Glinting means shining, reflecting, yearning. What's the meaning of yearning? Yearning means a feeling of intense desire, a feeling of strong desire, intense desire. Devote. Devote. The meaning of devote is a person who strongly believe in any religion. Okay, a person who strongly believe in any religion. So I hope the meaning of these words would help you learn the chapter much better. Okay, so again you should learn it. In case if you find any difficulty, you may comment in the comment box. Do not forget to write the comment. That would be very useful for us, for me especially, to improvise my lessons in the coming days and make it more interesting and informative for you all. Now let us move into the summary here. Okay, dear children, as today's class is going to be a bit lengthy, you need not worry. In between, I'll be giving you a gap up to 1 minute break will be provided to you. You need not worry about it. So let us move into the summary of this particular chapter. Ustad Bismillah Khan was born on 21st March 1916 to a professional musician family in Dumrao in Bihar. His grandfather Rasul Baks and father Paigambar Baks were Sehnai Nawaz in the court of Bhojpur king. The family was well known for their music. So in this particular paragraph here we find that when he was born, okay, we get some very good informations about his family also. Here we come to know that he was born in Bihar to a professional musician family. Means his father was a Sehnai player, his grandfather was also a Sehnai Nawaz, and they were all well acclaimed in those days. Okay, they were well established musicians who were recognized by the king of Bhojpur. I think their district Dumrao, this village Dumrao comes, it used to be a part of the Bhojpur king, I think, kingdom. That's why the king of Bhojpur had appointed his grandfather and father as the Sehnai Nawaz in the court. Okay, so I think as he was born in a musician family, so he had a instinct towards it. He had a desire to learn music right from the childhood. He grew up looking up to the great musicians like Paigambar Baks, his father, and Rasul Baks, his grandfather, who were considered great musicians of those days. Okay, now let us move on. Ustad Bismillah Khan started learning Sehnai at the age of 3 when he saw his maternal uncle Ali but practicing Ali Ali but Bucks practicing and playing the instrument. He would sit captivated for hours listening to the mesmerizing sound of the reeded instruments. So, my dear children, in the beginning of this particular chapter, if you go through it, there you will find a very beautiful description why this particular instrument, this wind instrument, is being called Sehenai. Okay, there it is written, two reasons are there, Sah plus Nai. Okay, it was first played in the court of a king called Saha. Some Saha was a king and he loved the music. Okay, so in that particular king's court, there was a Nai. Nai means a barber. Okay, a barber was there who was means he made a new instrument, and for the first time he started playing it in the court, and the king found it interesting. The sound was much improved and better than the pungi, okay, which was earlier banned by Aurangzeb and many other kings also, because pungi used to produce a very unpleasant sound. Okay, so there comes the history of Sehnai. Means Sehnai has a very good history. Means it was first played by a barber, means a nai. That's why it is called Sehnai. Okay, the Seh part comes from the name of the king, and the Nai part comes from the barber. Okay, the instrument which was played by the barber in the court of Saha, that was called the instrument Sehnai. And who made Sehnai a very popular instrument as far as the global audience is concerned? It is none other than our Ustad Bismillah Khan. Okay, although his grandfather and father, even his maternal uncles, they were also very much dedicated and they were also great Sehnai players. Means his entire family, maternal as well as paternal, both families were involved in music. Okay, so he was born to a musical family, so he had a natural instinct towards it. He had a natural inclination towards the musical instrument Sehnai. Okay, but when he went to his maternal uncle's house at the age of 3, he found that by the age of 3, I think he was a very small boy, little boy, a young boy. He found his uncle Ali Baks playing and practicing the Sehnai for hours. And this particular little boy, who had no idea about how this musical instrument is being played, what is it being called, or where is it being played and why that is important, he had no ideas about all these things, but still he just loved it. He loved it. He would sit and enjoy listening to it. He would get completely immersed in it. Okay, he would means stay there captivated for hours. I would use that particular word, captivated. He would sit captivatedly and listen to the music. Okay, soon he started accompanying his uncle to the Kasi Vishwanath temple, where Mr. Ali Bux was appointed to play Sehnai during rituals and worship. Here comes a turning point in his life. If you go through the text, then you find that Ali Bux, his maternal uncle, was the musician who had been appointed to play Sehnai during the rituals and the worships of the Vishnu temple in Kasi, or in what do you say, present day Banaras. Okay, so Ali Bux was a musician there. He used to play the Sehnai in the temple. So this little boy of 3 years started accompanying his uncle. He started moving to the temple with his uncle. He would go and he would listen to the music played by his uncle in the temple. He loved it. So, dear children, have a break for 1 minute and I'll be coming back. Okay, so welcome back to the video again. So let us come back to our discussion, dear children. The summary continues here. So there in the first part of the summary, I told you that he was born to a musician family. Both his paternal as well as maternal families were all musicians. His father, grandfather, his maternal uncle, so they all were busy in their life of music. Okay, and seeing them practicing and playing Sehnai, he got motivated, he got inspired, and he also started taking lessons of Sehnai. So let us see what happened later in his life, how this young boy is going to react to this particular instrument. Is he going to find it interesting? Is he going to give his life to this music? Is he going to do some innovations with it? Or he is simply going to discard it and change his path in his life? Let us go ahead and answer all these questions. Young Bismillah, as an apprentice, started learning and practicing the Sehnai on the bank of river Ganga. He loved to enjoy the vibes of music in solitude. For years, he played Sehnai in the temples. So, here comes one very good point that I specifically would mention for you all. Dear children, Mr. Bismillah Khan was born in the year 1916. It means before independence. You just see how we had peace in our society and how the Hindu, Muslim people, they helped each other and they respected each other's faith. When we discussed about Ustad Bismillah Khan's life, there we come to know that his maternal uncle Ali Bux was a musician who had been appointed by a temple to play Sehnai. But what happens nowadays? If we look into our present day, there is a big gap between the Hindu and Muslim community. We have created this gap. The gap did not exist earlier. It is the public, it is the politician, it is we people who have created the gap between the two faiths or two community. Otherwise, before independence, India was a completely different kind of nation where the people of all faith lived in harmony. And the greatest example of this is Ustad Bismillah Khan and his family members. Although Ustad Bismillah Khan was born to a Muslim family, but he loved Ganga, he loved playing Sehnai in temples. If I am not wrong, then I would say that his first musical lessons and his first performance started really when he started playing with his uncle Ali Bux in the temples, Vishnu temples in Banaras. Okay, so this little boy or the family members of this Ustad Bismillah Khan had no discrimination in their mind. Neither the priest of the temple nor the devotees of the temple had such mindset. So this makes Ustad Bismillah Khan a great and a unique personality. We must take some inspirations from this great personality and if possible should try to imbibe those good qualities that we find in him. So what he loved to do as a young apprentice or as a young learner of this particular Sehnai instrument, he would go and sit on the river bank of Ganga. He would sit there in solitude with no one around him, with nobody to comment, with no one to laugh at him. He would practice the ragas, he would practice the songs, he would practice the music for hours. This is the most fascinating things that he describes in many of his interviews. He loved once one of his disciple, a follower of a great student of Ustad Bismillah Khan from USA, requested him to get settled in USA and teach the students Sehnai. But very gently, very politely, Ustad Bismillah Khan refuted the proposal. And what he replied, you can make a big temple for me to play the Sehnai here in USA, but you can't bring river Ganga here. You can't transport it here. It shows that he had a strong attachment with river Ganga. He loved it very much. He loved the company, he loved the surroundings and the atmosphere that brought positivity into his mind. So he loved playing music in solitude for many years. At the age of 14, Bismillah accompanied his uncle to the Allahabad Music Conference. At the end of his recital, Ustad Faiz Khan patted the young boy's back and said, "Work hard and you shall make it." With the opening of All India Radio in Lucknow in 1938 came Bismillah's big break. He soon became an often heard Sehnai player on radio. So here comes a turning point in his life. At the age of 14, he went to Allahabad Music Conference with his uncle. There he was given an opportunity to present his performance, and when was performance was over, when the recital was over, Ustad Faiz Khan, a big name in the field of Sehnai, a big musician, a very famous Sehnai player, he came, patted the back of the boy, and said, "Work hard, you shall do it." It means he could sense the talent that was hidden, he could sense the potential Ustad Bismillah Khan, the child or the apprentice learner, was having in him. Faiz, on that particular day, he prophesied about the emergence of a great musician in the form of Ustad Bismillah Khan. And but time passes by and Ustad became very, very perfect in music. He started practicing more and more. He started devoting more time for Sehnai. And a time came when he was looking for a break. He was looking for a platform where he can showcase his talent, where he can reach to the masses. And that particular day came when the All India Radio station was established in Lucknow in the year 1938. That was a big opportunity for Ustad Bismillah Khan, since radio was the medium through which he can reach to millions of the families. He can make his Sehnai reach to millions of the Indians who wants to hear him, or who wants to have some sorts of music in their life, or different kinds of music in their life, a music to mesmerize them, a music to make them forget all the sorrows in their life. So he was looking for a big break, and that was given by the All India Radio Lucknow station in 1938. And very soon he started visiting the All India Radio station and became a regular member of the show. Very often his Sehnai was played in the station and it mesmerized millions of Indians. Now, let us come to the final part of our discussion, dear children. Let us see how great was Ustad Bismillah Khan. Okay, because we have simply heard about him, but we have not witnessed his project. We have not witnessed, we have not even heard his Sehnai being played in a concert. We are just reading about him. But today, if after this video is over, you just go to the internet, go to YouTube, search videos of Ustad Bismillah Khan. There you will find many of his videos are available. There you can get some inspirations from him also. Ustad Bismillah Khan has many memorable performances in India and abroad. He was not just confined to the Indian soil, but his name and fame, it spread across the globe. His Sehnai was heard in Lincoln Center Hall, USA. And by the way, dear children, I would like to tell you that this Lincoln Center Hall, USA, it's a very prestigious place where only selected musicians are called or invited to present music there. So, means you can just imagine how great was Ustad Bismillah Khan that he was invited to Lincoln Center Hall, USA to present his Sehnai there. So really, that's a great recognition for him as well. He also presented his music in Cannes Art Festival, Osaka Trade Fair, and World Exposition in Montreal. Means he was a worldwide known figure. He was not just popular in Indian soil. The entire world knows him as a great Sehnai player. He has earned name and fame across the globe. Impressed with his Sehnai, an auditorium in Tehran has been named after him. This makes me feel great to be an Indian. I feel great that I am born in the soil where Ustad Bismillah Khan was also born. What and why? Do you know? He got recognitions in our country. Obviously, he was the son of this particular soil, so he deserved it. But he was even given lot more recognitions in the foreign countries. In Tehran, an auditorium was dedicated in his name. Tehran, such a rich country, I would say, with more petroleum deposit in that. Okay, so they did a great job by naming an auditorium in the name of Bismillah Khan, and the name of that particular auditorium is that exists till today, Tahir Mosiki Ustad Bismillah Khan. Tahar Mosiki Ustad Bismillah Khan. So dear children, in this way, Mr. Ustad Bismillah Khan has been received as a global entertainer, as a global musician, okay, and has spread the love, harmony throughout the globe. His Sehnai could be heard in All India Radio from the Red Fort of Delhi on the eve of Independence Day of India. Here the spelling of Delhi is by mistake it is printed Delhi. It should be Delhi, Delhy. Okay, so when India got independence in the year 1947 on 15th August, so on that very night, on the very night of 15th August, Mr. Ustad Bismillah Khan, he played a beautiful raga in the All India Radio and made every citizen aware of their new freedom. His performance of that night is remembered as one of the greatest performances of his life. Why? That was the first performance of the independent India given by Ustad Bismillah Khan. And just after his performance, the historical speech, Tryst with Destiny, was given by our very first Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru. So that earned him name and fame overnight, and that made him great as well. He has not only earned fame but made the neglected wind instrument secure a respectable place in Indian music. Before Ustad Bismillah Khan, only few people who were associated with this particular instrument were known to the world or were known in the national level or international forum. But it is Bismillah Khan who, with his innovations, with his hard work, with his dedication, not only brought name and fame to his life, but also he succeeded in establishing and securing a respectable place for Sehnai, a very small wind instrument in our Indian music. He was seen playing for movies, but the unrealistic world could not bind him for long. As whilst teaching you about the new words there, I mentioned you that two movies were made in his names, and those two movies were chartbusters that did very well in the box office. It collected good amount of money for the producers and the directors. But Ustad Bismillah Khan was a very genuine man, a very genuine heart. He could not means live happily there. He could not find peace in mind in the film industry. So he turned back. He told that this particular field, this celluloid world is not for me. I'm a very realistic man who lives in the realistic world. I can't be virtual. I can't be unrealistic and artificial in my life. So he turned back, and in today, if you browse the internet, you can simply find there are only two songs which he has played in the Bollywood. Okay, he has given Sehnai. He has played Sehnai for only two Bollywood songs, and those two songs were also chart busters in those days. As a token of appreciation and honor, Ustad Bismillah Khan has been conferred with the much coveted Bharat Ratna Award. He deserved it, my dear children. He really deserved it. He not only deserved it for being a great musician, but he deserved it for being a great human being. He himself was a great human being. He established peace and harmony in the society. He respected mosque as well as temple. He did not consider the faith above music. He considered music above faith. He considered music more important than the faith or religion of someone. It is music which gives you relief in your mind, which brings peace in your mind, which help you feel relaxed, which help you feel refreshed, and which also makes your life beautiful. So dear children, whenever you grow up or when you are in the growing stage also, please do give respect to music and not to your religion. He is truly an inspiration for all Indian, a great musician, a true patriot, and a deserving son of the soil. Till the end of his life, he longed to be in Dumrao and Banaras. So, dear children, as a true patriot, no need to prove his patriotism. Here, the question does not arise about it. He has proved himself as a great Indian with integrity in mind. But moreover, what is very, very interesting about this genuine personality is that although he achieved heights in life, he got lot of recognitions in life, he earned name and fame in life, he could have lived a very luxurious life in metro cities like Mumbai or Kolkata or Delhi. But he refuted all those things. He loved Banaras and Dumrao, the village where he was born. He loved the small cities and the villages very much. He missed these two places very much in his life. and he never wanted to be up, go away from these two places. That is why he refused the proposal of one of his disciples who requested him to come and get settled in USA so that his disciple could make a temple for him to place Hanai there and teach thousands of students of America. The only thing, the only reason behind the refusal of the proposal is that he loved Banaras, he loved Ganga, he loved his villages. He was really a down to earth man. Although he was very much successful in life, although he was a great personality, a great persona, we can't even match, but still, he always behaved like a normal human being. He always considered him to be a normal human being. He never led an artificial life. He always was very much stuck to the ground, stuck to the soil, very much attached to the soil. And that makes him an unique personality. So dear children, from this particular story, we have many things learned from the life of Ustad Bismillah Khan. So please do imbibe all those things in your life. Develop the right attitudes towards music. Develop right attitudes towards the things that you love to do in your life. Draw some inspirations from great personalities like Ustad Bismillah Khan. I hope you have all understood now. Now you may try the question answers. But don't forget to read the text. That is the priceless thing that you have with you. It is just a piece of summary where I have tried my best to make the story as simple as possible. If you find it worthy, do like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.